Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope everybody's enjoying their 2026 New Year. I know I have been enjoying this last month. I think I spent a lot of last year being a little stressed due to my position at my job and just some personal things going on with how I was feeling. And I'm just glad that now this year I attacked some of those emotions. I went to the doctor, got myself diagnosed, and I also changed positions at my job. So I'm feeling a lot more relaxed and at ease these days, and I think it's something I needed to do for years now, and I'm just glad that I finally decided to make that change. I also was in school for 3 years too, and that was a lot. So this year I definitely was focusing on change in so many aspects of my life. Changing how I see food and how I eat, making sure to exercise more. Changing my position at my job was very key to having a good day-to-day well-being. Also, just improving some personal relationships in my family dynamic. Those that don't serve me well, just let them know, this, I love you, you're blood, but we just gotta basically move on and enjoy our lives separately, I guess. I'm getting older now, and I just don't have the time for all the drama. So, that's how my New Year's been going. This is actually, I'm editing this in February, so I'd say January has been very well. And speaking of, yes, I literally just took down all my decorations about a week or two ago, and so it was the end of January. First time I've ever kept them up that long, and I actually put them up in the beginning of November. So they were up for over 2.5 months. It's a very long time for me. Usually I put them up about a week or two before Christmas, and then I'm taking them down right around New Year's. So I was really enjoying them this year, though. I feel like the seasons go too fast, and I don't decorate for Thanksgiving, so I figured why not back in November just put them up. And I like Christmas. I enjoy the way it looks outside when it snows, and I like giving presents to my kids. We're not a very religious family, so that aspect doesn't really jive with holidays for us, but just being around family, all of that good stuff. So, and as you can see, most of my ornaments just seem probably really random, and that's because they are. They're just random ornaments that my kids have made throughout the years. Every year we have a tradition where we let them pick out an ornament to hang on the tree. That's why we might see some strange things like the container of Spam sitting there. There's multiple pineapples because my daughter was into pineapples, all sorts of crazy stuff. And that's fine. We don't have a huge tree, so we don't have anything else but these random decorations. And I enjoy that. So back to the conversation of change. Another thing I wanted to change this year is be more organized. A lot of my life, it's just everything I do is just, I wake up and just do whatever. There is no rhyme or reason to what I do except for having a work schedule. And even that has always been so random throughout my years. I never really had a set schedule. Even when I was a store manager at the restaurant I worked at, I sometimes had to work flexible hours as well. So this year, even though my work schedule isn't quite set, it's set enough where I can now make plans on, doing more YouTube or just taking care of myself. So I bought a calendar this year, and every day I put down what I want to accomplish, whether that is making sure I clean my bathroom on this day, or I make sure I do this exercise routine this day, all sorts of things. And I'm hoping that eventually I can get on a better routine, because ultimately I think that's what really leads to a lot of anxiety and depression. People They get so anxious and depressed about things these days with how the world is, and I think you need to have some structure and some kind of routine in your life just to have that, good mindset. So that's something I'm definitely focusing on this year. And also a part of this decluttering and making sure cleaning is being done regularly. That will be very helpful as well. So I'm going to continue doing all those things, and once my whole house I feel is clean and decluttered, I'm going to start working on some projects. That'll also help my morale as well, because I live in an older style home, and there's a lot of things in this house that need to be taken care of. A lot of painting, we got a lot of cracked walls, the floors, some of the floors need to be fixed up. I mean, it's an ongoing list. There's just a lot. And as a homeowner, it takes a lot of money, and basically we can only do as much as we can little by little, and I'm just hoping that we can really start making those changes. Wow, watching this video, just the amount of dust and fur and everything else, oh my gosh. This just shows how dirty everything got, because I didn't really do much cleaning from the moment I put up the decorations when it comes to the tree. I mean, how do you really clean the tree? But I guess next year I'm going to have to, before I put it up, is shake it out really good. Maybe even spray it down and let it dry. I don't know. It is not a real tree, obviously, so, but yeah, there's just a lot going on. And I think this is probably one of the big culprits to my allergies. I definitely know I'm allergic to dust, and a lot of times when I do these cleanings, I am having a hard time breathing, I'm sneezing, eyes watering and burning. It's just crazy. I'm sure most people understand and suffer from allergies too. And again, this is why you should clean regularly, especially if you have animals. We have a cat, and he has dander and he sheds, and it's inevitable. And that's just, what we got to do is just take care of the cleaning aspect. But yeah, I'm just shoving the tree and all the ornaments in one big tote. I love this tote. I don't know how much it costs. I think it was probably like $30 to $50. It's probably pretty expensive, as is everything, but it fits everything nicely. And then I have two smaller totes that I put the rest of my Christmas decorations. I love that vase that I have there. I mean, it's just a vase, but I put those bulbs in it for Christmas, and then during spring, which you'll see a little bit later in this video as I'm starting to decorate again, I put these other decorations, these little ball looking things. I just think that's so cute. And if you couldn't tell what my Christmas theme is, it's gnomes. I love gnomes, trees, snowmen, and depending on how Santa looks, I do like a Santa here or there. But yeah, that's really my go-tos. Okay, let's just take a moment and look at how much I struggle getting this darn stuff in the box. I've never struggled, and I've been using these snowmen for a couple years now. I just don't know what the secret is. I can never figure out which direction, like which one actually goes into which spot, and there is a method to the madness. I was just so annoyed. Obviously, this is sped up, but it probably took me a good 3 to 4 minutes to get those in the damn box, and I don't even think they were in there correctly anyway. But yeah, I'm just finishing this up, getting the rest of the decorations and the totes, and I'm gonna walk around my house and grab stuff. I never used to decorate for Christmas or Halloween in other rooms, just always a living room, but the past few years I've been putting a few things here and there in the kitchen and in the bathroom. I live in a Cape Cod, so we don't have a huge house. It's a living room, kitchen, bathroom, and 4 bedrooms. One is utilized as an office. So, I mean, we have a whole basement, so that's helpful. That's where our laundry is, and we do have like a couch down there, and that's where my son. It's like an extra living room, I guess. But I mean, it's spacious enough for us. However, it's there's no dining room, which a lot of people have. So we have our big table in our kitchen. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent here, just kind of explaining the whole wandering around and what it is that I'm doing. And hopefully I'm not making anybody sick watching this video, because after looking at it, I'm feeling a little motion sickness. Sorry about that. So this summer I'm really hoping to do a living room makeover. I've had those same curtains for a couple of years now, and I really just want to get rid of them. I still like them, but I like change, and looking at the same stuff every day for years is not something I like to do. I really like to change up stuff. I tried different curtains, but they didn't work. So, I mean, that's an easy fix. That's not a big expense. I mean, curtains are expensive, but it's not like that much money. We need a new couch. This couch we got a couple of years ago, it's been broken. So we need to figure that out. I have a lot of furniture in here, and it's not a huge space. So I would like to, downsize in the furniture. Maybe even do a new layout. Also, of course, we need to paint in here and possibly get rid of that big hutch that was, we inherited, that's on the other side of the living room. I love it. I love the fact that it was a family member's, and I don't really want to get rid of it, but it just takes up a lot of space, and it's not really the vibe I'm looking to have in this living room. So we'll see. But right now I'm just putting up some decorations. I don't have very many for Valentine's Day. I mean, Halloween and Christmas are really the only holidays I decorate for, but we do have a couple things here. And as you can see, this is a whole new day. I definitely never got to finish decorating when I undecorate it, because that took me quite a while to do. Now this is the hutch I was talking about, and yes, the bottom is packed full with a lot of stuff, so I have to go through that yet. That and the one side table next to our couch are the only two things I haven't gone through in here. But since I'm probably getting rid of them, I just decided I'm not going to worry about it until I do that. See, it's nice. It's just, you know, the vibe of 70s or 80s. However old it is, that's, you know, what people... That's the style that was back then. That's not the style now in 2026. So, again, we'll see. I was thinking about taking it apart, painting it, and I don't know if it's worth my time. But I definitely would like to get into furniture flipping. I started that years ago. That's that side table piece, the blue one next to the couch. I did paint. The one that's behind the curtains there, I painted. You cannot see because I don't have the curtains open. They were all old side tables that I ended up painting. And then the one near the door, the front door also. Was anybody else in a big Scentsy craze like years ago when they I don't know how long Scentsy's been around, but I know at least 10 years ago is when I was buying them like crazy, and they were expensive. I think I'm down to like maybe 3 I have left, or 4, I'm not sure. You know, they're nice, they're cute, but yeah, very expensive. Look at those flowers. My husband got me those for our anniversary. And they're dead now. Or dying, I guess. Some might still be alive. But I'm just going to rubber band them up and hang them upside down, let them dry out, and then use them for a future project, I guess. These are those balls I was talking about. Again, I don't have very many decorations. It's mostly candles, but That's all right. I'm not trying to buy anything new unless it's something I really, really like. I want my house to be look lived in. I want it to be homely or homey. Homely? I don't know what I'm saying. Look nice, but I don't want to have all that extra clutter. There was a time I had so many candles, just totes and totes, and I finally decided, what the heck am I doing with all these candles? I should be burning them. I guess that's just part of my ADHD. I get hyperfixated on certain things, I collect certain things, and then just never do anything with them. So that's something I've been actively working on for a couple of years now. So like I said, at some point this summer we're going to be makeovering, I don't know if that's a word, doing a makeover in this room, but I have other priorities first. I need to finish up the bathroom. We did a little bit of stuff there about a year ago, and then we have to do a little bit at a time. We only have one bathroom in this house, so we can't have it completely taken apart and having, no toilet or anything. So I have to repaint in there. I'm just going to do a little refresh in that room as well. And then we're going to work on the living room. The kitchen needs an overhaul. There's a lot to do in this house. And we've been here for 7 years, and we've only bought it 3 years ago. So for 4 years we didn't do much since we didn't own the house. But even after the 3 years now that we've owned the house, still haven't really accomplished too much. So definitely one of my big goals this year. Alright, well I'm going to wrap this video up by just finishing hanging a few more things, putting some stuff away. This whole pile that's sitting right there is eventually going to go. I have to take it to some people I work with and some drop-offs. So it will sit there just for another day or two yet till I get to do all that. And then you can enjoy how the room looks after. I just want to thank you for spending some time with me, and my next video should be coming out in about a week, and it's going to be bathroom declutter, because I definitely need to get in there and clean up. Alright, enjoy your day. Thank you.